we are on the site of the castle.
And it was the first time the Beatles had really stopped being semi-professional almost.
Look at that. Absolutely fascinating. That's what you do. You buy these clothes that cost money and make a difference in it. But we never do that.
Never complains, gets up, gets on it, with a smile on his face.
You just want you to sit in your chair and go, hip hip hooray, to the Western press and the Western narrative. You dare dictate the same old, every single day, without this. If you haven't seen it before, please watch the first series, the first 2 episodes, the second series. Stallone.
Hiya everyone, it's me. Yeah, it's me again. God blimey, I don't think I'm ever off this. It's going to be a short one today. I've got my daughter Francine coming down to take me shopping. Yes, shopping. Frank's going shopping. But anyway, I'm here. I'm going to talk about a couple of films and a series that you shouldn't miss, to be honest. It's absolutely brilliant. I was watching a film last night. How can I put this? It was good. It was really good. I didn't think I'd be. What it was about a wedding. Right, it starts off as a wedding, you know, it starts off where you see these young people, you know, enjoying themselves on holiday or whatever, you know, a group of friends. And then it just changes to a wedding. One of them, you know, the couple of them are getting married. And then after the wedding, something begins and starts, and it's devastating. And it was good, but very unusual. It was very unusual. You know, it was an apocalypse starting just after the wedding. Just after the wedding. You know, they just got married, this couple, everyone was made up, they're all happy, they're all dancing. And it starts. I advise you to watch it. It's not a brand new one. It's not a brand new film. And it's called The Remaining. The Remaining. That's what it's called. I thought it just, you know, I was going through some films and I went, what's this? Pink, put it up. And it was quite good. I'm not telling you the story. I'm not telling you why it started. You'd have to find out yourself. Obviously, you think, oh, it's a terrorist attack or something like that, something on those lines. It's not. It's good. It's good. So that's The Remaining. Oh, yeah. Morning, Frank and chat. Edward. Hello, Edward. I had to turn Napoleon off, Frank. I thought they made him a bit weak. I never liked it. Is that the one with Joaquin Phoenix? If it is, shocking. They made him out to be a complete and utter idiot. With Josephine, it was more about Josephine, wasn't it? It was more about Josephine. I think the best Napoleon film is the Rod Steiger one. I think it was made in 71, 72 or something like that. It was really good. And you had the CGI in this one. You know, the latest one that you were on about, Edward. And it just made Napoleon. Napoleon's one of my heroes, by the way. I've got 5 heroes. I've got Montgomery, Lord Viscount Montgomery. Well, he's great man. Him. I've got Julius Caesar, Julius Augustus. Him. Marshal Zhukov. And no Americans, by the way. Got no American heroes. I wonder why, you know. Wonder why there's no American heroes. So we have these one and Napoleon, obviously, you know, as I said. So they're my heroes, in all honesty. Oh, and Nelson, the greatest ever naval military leader. Unbelievable, man. Someone said to me, what about Cromwell? I said, what about Cromwell? Who bans everything. Everything that man banned. Everything. So no Cromwell, nowhere near being an hero. You know, people are saying like today that they're putting Cromwell in the forefront because of what's going on in this country. Cromwell was a dictator. He was an awful man. He banned everything. You had to comply to the law, his law. He had this Matthew Hopkins in, and this is where the saying comes from. He said, I really need you to go around, you know, and to towns, villages, towns, and whatever. And Hopkins said, I'll put the fear of God into them. Because what Cromwell wanted to do, he wanted to rule with an iron fist and an iron rod. That's what he wanted to do. So you see about this man, bans everything. He banned absolutely everything. Desecrated churches, by the way. And he had them onto this Puritan thing. Made them into Puritan things. So now, when someone mentions him to me, Cromwell, no, far from it. Dictator of the worst kind. As was, yes, Frank, the Phoenix one. Napoleon, I think, as I said, he's one of my heroes. And what Napoleon wanted to do, you know, people say, oh, go away. Yes, this fella wanted to do this, Napoleon. He wanted to unite Europe. He wants to trade. He's seen enough violence with the 1789 French Revolution. He said, I've seen enough. Because if you just think that it was the aristocrats getting topped, you're wrong. It was ordinary people as well. And it wasn't just happening. People think that it was just all happening in Paris. It wasn't. It was all over France. It was all over France. It was happening. People, you know, they weren't just going to Madame Guillotine. They were being hanged and shot and bayoneted and whatever. So you see, and they've got him out to be in this film. Isn't it Ridley Scott who did it? Ridley Scott. And I thought, what's this all about? He's about to be a right idiot. Excuse me. So as you say, you have Napoleon, he just wanted to bring Europe together, just like the first common market for trade. As I said, he'd seen enough violence in his time. And people think that he started the French Revolution. No, he never. No, he didn't. Two fellas, Robespierre and Danton. And they're funny, isn't it? They were two lawyers. All lawyers start revolutions, you know that. Castro was a lawyer. Lenin was a lawyer. Mad, isn't it? Lawyers. Starmer, lawyer. What do you know? That blinking fella, lawyer. Oh, blimey, jeez. Are they all European? What do you mean? Oh, do you mean my heroes? Yeah. There's another fella as well. I thought you see. I said Julius Caesar, didn't I? Julius Caesar. He was just told what he was told to do when he was a general, and he was unbelievable. What he did, building an empire. Which I don't like, by the way. I don't like empire building. But there was two other Roman emperors. One, Vespasian. Unbelievable. What a great man. Another fella, Marcus Aurelius. Another great man. Great emperor. He was just fed up with all wars and everything. He said, come on, let's try and get some peace here. Until he was murdered by his son, Commodus. So this is what you have, you know, you have some great leaders. Marshal Zhukov. This fella asked me, you know, I'm not saying this fella, a friend of mine. Who's he? Who's Marshal Zhukov? I said, will you be speaking German today? You'll be speaking German today without Marshal Zhukov. He said, what do you mean? I said, well, he won the war. He won the Second World War. He went, oh, go away. It was us, us and the Yanks. 1/3 of the German army were fighting the Allies. 1/3. All the Allies at Normandy and through France. I said, so, and it took them a year to get to where they wanted. I said, whereas 2/3 of the might of the German army, and I mean Everything was there. Everything. All the top weapons, everything that the German army had was there fighting the Russians. 2/3 of the German army, and he defeated them. He got to Berlin first. 2/3, think about that. 1/3, it took a year to get to Berlin, fighting the Allies, to 2/3 fighting the Russians to get there first. And liberating these concentration camps as well. And look what's going on today against Russia. All the propaganda, everything. Shocking. The Meditations book by, fantastic. Fantastic, Marcus Aurelius. So there's another film which brings me to do you know the way, look, you've got to understand, excuse me, you've got to understand Hollywood and their agenda. Hollywood's agenda is whoever's the enemy or seen as the enemy, they do films about them. Always have done, always will do. Even in the 50s, during the Cold War, I think they're great, actually. I have watched them. But the underbelly is this. All the old science fiction films where you see invaders coming into it. It's always America, isn't it? They're always landing there. Space, aliens. And taking over you. Taking over, your body, that is. And what that was, it was the Russians coming over and taking over your body, or taking over America to bring communism into America. That's what it was all about. Through that. All the old black and white and sometimes colour films about invaders, science fiction. The creature from the Black Lagoon. And the underbelly of that was submarines, monsters grabbing you. The creature from the Black Lagoon, Russians. So I was watching this film, and it's a cracking film, though, by the way. It's a very unusual film. And most probably some of you have seen it. And it's called Nobody. Has anybody seen it? Nobody. And it's brilliant. It's brilliant. But it's about a fella. You just see him, and you just see him getting up in the morning, these quick things to get an idea of like the routine. You see him getting up in the morning, doing the breakfast, going to work, taking the bin out, missing the bin men, so and doing a little bit of exercise. This is the beginning. So his routine, going to work, going home, same old every day. A little bit of separation from his wife, because you see him going to bed and there's a big, I don't know what it is, separating him and his wife in the bed. So That's the routine. That's his routine. Until there's a burglary. There's a burglary. And it's too young. It's a young couple. A young couple. Hispanic couple, by the way. And they burgle, you know, they hold up the house. They want some money. And he just says it's there. And his son comes down, he grabs this fella. And he's got him, and he said, let him go. Let him go. And the son takes, you know, offense to that, to his dad. He thinks he's a coward. Why let him go? Anyway, that's how it starts. It's fantastic. Fantastic. If anybody's seen it, suppose nobody has. Has anybody seen Tulsa King yet? Tulsa King? No? No Tulsa King. Surprised at that because it's one of the best series on the box. If you're watching a series, it's really one of the best. Tulsa King. And now it's starting to get meaty, you know. This is the second season. I don't usually watch, you know, series that have got one season, two seasons. Never do that. I never ever watch them. Ever. But when I watched the first series, I went, whoa, it grabbed me. It really grabbed me. So when I looked to see if there was a second series, yeah, right onto it. It really is fantastic. Oh, yeah. I'm watching Tulsa now, episode 7 on tomorrow. Is this the second series, Edward, you're watching? Because I've watched the whole of the first series. It's only the end block, to be honest. And I didn't have to wait like till the following week, but now I'm waiting. I'm on episode 7 too. So it's starting to get meaty here, isn't it? But I think it's going to become predictable. And I hope not. I hope not. Yeah, where he's fighting with the other family, yeah. It's not just the other family. Is it? It's that other fella. It's that other fella. The snide. And he says to that fella, I own you. Don't you forget it, and I'll F off. Remember? And the fella goes, so something's going to happen there, definitely going to happen there. But I advise you all, if you haven't seen it, like Edward and myself, watch it. It's really good. It really is good. It's good. As the Germans say, ist gut. So they're the films. As I said, I was only going to do a short one today. So they're the films, the remaining, which you will enjoy if you follow a story, that is. And the other one, what's it called? Nobody. Nobody's a great film, though. You'd enjoy Nobody. That's all of it. It's like, I'm a nobody. What's your name? Oh, what's your name? I'm nobody. It's good. It's good. But you'll see what I mean about when Hollywood look at certain things and they focus on a certain, like, country, for example. So look at Nobody and you'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. It's really good. Is there anything else? Again, I'll say this. If you've never seen a series called Spotless, it's only short. It's brilliant. They were going to do a sequel, but don't know what happened. It's really good. Spotless. You get it on Netflix. So whether you're streaming or, besides Netflix and you can get them, watch Spotless. It's an Anglo-French thing. It's really good. It's brilliant, I think. Another TV series. I only watched the first series. No, there was only one series anyway. And that was called The Outsider with Jason Bateman. Because if you're looking for that, like The Outsider, a few outsiders come on, but this has to star Jason Bateman. Some the others, I don't know what they are because I've never watched them. So I don't know what they're about. Excuse me again. So Jason Bateman in this series, The Outsider, excellent. I was looking for like a new film this year. I forget what it was called. And they had it on for 6 minutes. And I thought, not having this. And it was Kate Beckinsale. And I like Kate Beckinsale. I think she's a lovely actress. Only ever seen her in a couple of things, but I think she's good. You know me about the CIA and, all that crap. And she's a CIA operative. And right at the beginning, what's it called? It's on Prime, I think. I watched 6 minutes of it and I thought, I thought, I'm not having this. Fucking not having this. Don't think it was even 6 minutes. It just went on. It's ended up. Not having it. So that was that. That went off. And Ez was the only one who's talking to me. I've just watched the first series of Subterranea. Right, okay. Subterranea. It's about crime in Rome. It's on Netflix. Is that ancient Rome or today's Rome? You know what I mean? Just let me know. Let's have a look. Funny enough, I've been watching the floods. Has anyone been watching the floods in Italy? Shocking. Shocking. Like rivers. They're like rivers. And cities. Terrible. You see one where you just see part of a bank just given away and all the water streaming down into this road. Oh, shocking. Really is. Been looking at it, been following it. And you see, they got all the students and everybody else, you know, and they're cleaning up the mess. They're unblocking the sewers, unblocking them. I put a comment up. I said, well, the only decent thing about flash flooding is to get rid of rats. Don't know whether you know that. Flash flooding gets rid of rats. It drowns them. And that's when the sewer men have to go up and pile them all up and get them out, just in case they block up. True that. Pig Venus. Hi there, Frank. Looking forward for tomorrow. Hope we can get, I'm doing the post-match tomorrow, Pig. Venus, I'm not calling you Pig. Venus, I'm doing a podcast after the game. And I think we can do it, actually. I think we can beat them, Arsenal. We always give Arsenal a good game, you know. Always give Arsenal a good game. And we've beaten them on a number of occasions. So, Venus, have a go. Yeah, we'll have a go. Have a go tomorrow as well if you're not out watching it on the telly. I'm talking about the post-match. So we'll be talking about that. Richard. Hi, Frank. How are you? Why are the most America corrupt country in the world? Everything is fake. News, dodgy dealings, lies, taking natural killings and murders. Many thanks, you can never walk alone. Richard, it's a terrorist country. And when I say that to people, I get in trouble, you know. But it's the terrorist country. It really is. They go thousands of miles to other countries to take over. Regime changes, putting in. I always remember before the Iraqi war, and I was even saying then, this man hasn't got any weapons of mass destruction. I was saying that. I wish you would have known me then. I wish you would have known me then. Because you would have come out and gone, you've always said that, Frank. I knew that. I said, these are telling lies. They're telling lies. Colin Powell with that thing. I said, that's a load of nonsense, that. This is anthrax and everything else, and he's going to... They just told lie after lie after lie. This was leading up as well to Saddam Hussein. He said that he was barrel bombing the kids. So I said, there's something leading up here. Something's going to happen. Weapons of mass destruction. Hans Blix, the leader of all these weapons inspectors, said there's none here. There's none here. But Bush, he was determined to take out Saddam Hussein. Do you know what Saddam Hussein wanted, by the way? Whether you're aware of this, I don't know. He wanted back Kuwait. That was his land. Did you know that? That was Iraq. Until geologists, American and British and French, found loads. Oh, get this, there's loads of oil here. So they annexed his country, Iraq, and called it Kuwait. Did you know that? And America's always had something on Iran. They hate Iranians for some reason. Whether it was through getting rid of the Shah, because he was the American puppet, wasn't he? The Shah of Iran. Is my daughter. Hey, babe. Okay. So you're not coming down? Okay. Oh. Oh. So you've got a cold, yeah? Oh, okay. So you're just like a little bit of horsey, yeah? Okay. Well, you won't be able to go, will you? I mean, to your gig. Okay. 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 I'm actually doing my pod now. It's all right, I'm finishing at 12, so. Okay, babe, see you later. No, I'm ready. Because if you look on the thing, you can see your dad talking to you, and I'm all ready to go. See you later. Ta-ra, babe. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Forgot where I was up to. You always lose your train, especially me now. Losing me train of thought. But anyway, you get all this nonsense, unfortunately, in films and whatever, and in series. Look, if you look at who's the evil axis, but as I said, about Iran, they've always had something against Iran. They gave Saddam Hussein arms. Here, go and attack Iran. And 1 million people were killed in that war. The Iraqi-Iranian war. Shocking it was. 1 million. And then they turned against Iraq. Weapons of mass destruction. So you have the evil axis now. And the Chinese, they turned against it. They said they want Taiwan. Belongs to China. Don't people understand that Taiwan belongs to China? You know, put it this way. Remember the Japanese going back to the Second World War? You know, we were fighting a war over here. The Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor. Why do you think they attacked Pearl Harbor? Because it's their islands. Did you know that? They wanted them back. So they start, oh, I'll have a them. The Americans, but they want resources, you see. They want their resources, they want a tea. But as I said last night on my pod, BRICS is going to stop it all. You know, like NATO, expanding everywhere. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, where does that put you? In the North Atlantic. To stop America from being invaded. That's what it was. Who's fucking invaded America? Ever? Has Russia invaded America? Has China invaded America? Has Iraq invaded America? Has Iran invaded America? Has Afghanistan invaded America? Has any of them invaded America? No. So why are they invading those countries? For the resources. On my pod I said, I don't know why I'm going on about this, but on my pod I said, a reporter just yesterday or the day before said to this whoever he is, White House spokesman, you know, he's giving all the bollocks. And he said, the reporter just said, you're just giving us a load of bullshit. It's the first time the reporters said it. They're just getting fed up with it. It's over there, you know. It's over there, Israel, to be honest. And being complicit in what Israel is doing. But anyway, the evil axis is North Korea. North Korea and Russia. So what? So what? There's Poles, there's English, there's Americans, there's French, there's everybody in. They're all in Ukraine. So what's that? North Korea? So what? Do you know what they're doing? Shall I tell you what they're doing? The North Koreans. They haven't got time, the Russians, because they're in you know, Ukraine. It's not really Ukraine. Ukrainian army. They've got no army. It's NATO. Their uniform. Ukrainian uniform. It's what you call sheep tipping. And they all wear Ukrainian uniforms. And they're trapped, not surrounded. They're just trapped in Ukraine. Right, in Kursk. Did they achieve their objective of the power station, nuclear power? No. So they're trapped. And they're getting picked off every day. Don't let them out, just keep them here. So that's that. So the North Koreans are there to do all the damage that these Ukrainians or NATO or whatever they've done to the little villages and towns and Kursk. They're building them up. The builders. That's what they're doing. Because Russia have got them. They're just fighting a war. No time for that. They don't need another army. They've got a big army. Anyway, here we go. Richard, Arsenal versus LFC, line-up prediction and post-match analysis. Done it last night, Richard. Done it last night. And was it last night? No. The night before, I'm sorry. I think we're going to win 2-0. How's that? That's my prediction. I think Robertson will come in for Tsimikas. So, and I've always said Tsimikas is a better crosser of a ball than Robertson. Whether you agree with it, I don't. FSG out. Yes. Was 9/11 inside job? Iraq, bin Laden going after the Muslim? Was it controlled demolition and terrorist plot? Look, I'll put it this way. If you want, it was in 2001, wasn't it? September the 11th, 2001. Right? What happened? I'll get onto this. What happened 2 years later? 2003, the invasion of Iraq. But if you turn the clock back a couple of years and go to 1999, you had that horrible, who should be in jail, along with Bush, Dick Cheney. He has a contract. If you think he has a contract to build up, get onto this, Iraq in 1999. He had a contract because he owns, all these big business building. Dick Cheney. Did you know that? Well, you know now. So it started to build up then. Let's flatten. Let's take the oil. Let's take the money of Iraq. This is what America are all about. Resources. Just going in and stealing it. The terrorists. So, was 9/11 an inside job? Think about it. What do you think? Was it a controlled, yes, explosion? Yes, it was controlled. And isn't it funny? I'll just say it like this. Isn't it strange that America, we know that they blew up the Nord Stream. They did it. Seymour Hersh, great investigative reporter, said he done it. And we knew he did it. They did it. Because Biden said so. He said, we're going to stop the Nord Stream. Am I right? Yes, of course I am. Anyway, so you've got the likes of the Nord Stream being blown up. You have the likes of, it's just everything what America does. Right? America does. For their own benefits, not for your benefits or my benefits, for their own benefit. But this Ukrainian lark has backfired on them badly. They threw Russia out of the G8 because it was all pre-planned. They always wanted Putin to be overthrown. Backfired. Backfired badly on them. Backfired. They don't know the Russian history. They really don't. So you have that. You have, they built up Ukraine, the armed forces, NATO, all NATO trained. Wow, NATO, get the fucked. In other words, they defeated NATO. This is why Trump turned around. He said, I'm going to disband NATO. What are they there for? Who are they protecting? They can't protect anyone. Especially against big powers like Russia. China. They want China. Come on. So you've got the evil axis of Iran, China, Russia, North Korea. Has anybody seen North Korea, by the way? If you haven't, you might think, get an image of North Korea in your mind. And you might just see like these little jet places, streets and those little mad little dwellings with funny shaped roofs and people walking around, Have a look at it. Have a look at it. Have a look at Pyongyang. Eye-opener. So you see the propaganda that comes out. I don't know. It's your fault. Whose fault is it? Talking about films. So yeah, Richard, you take your own thing away. Will UK move away from America? No chance. They've got us like this. Got us. Got us. Germany was the most powerful economy in Europe. Powerful. I'm not talking about wars or anything. During the EU thing. Most powerful. Now it's destroyed. Why is it being destroyed? Because America blew up Nord Stream. Yeah, they blew up Nord Stream. Because they were getting all cheap, their industry was getting cheap gas to keep the industries going. It's cheap. Nord Stream went. You ever remember Blinken said we've got a great opportunity when it blew up? A great opportunity. And do you know what that was? To give Europe gas. Because it never just fed Germany, it fed Europe. Fed us. The Russian gas. Gazprom. Fed us. Did you know that? Why do you think your fucking gas things are there? Mine's electricity. I've got all electricity up there. Last winter, I couldn't afford to put my heating on. My heating's crap anyway, cost me a fortune to get it replaced. Absolutely useless. The radiators don't heat up. And it's not water, it's electric. Useless. And I was sitting there freezing. Because I had this fire. Looked brilliant. Flare, logs, the proper flames, coming out. It's an illusion, like, but proper flames on proper logs, No heat. It was for show. It was for ambience. So I couldn't afford. And I was freezing. True that. True that. And it's all because, the price hikes. And where's the industry, German industry going? It's going over to America. They've captured it. Left to Germany, and that's Schultz. He's a big coward. He's let the German people down on Europe. And he won't say, yeah, well, you did it. You blew up our Nord Stream. But Putin, in his brick speech, he said, there's the gas pipe 2, Nord Stream 2. All as Germany has to do is turn it on. But they won't, because America's is told, don't you dare turn that on. America, they do rule Europe. They tell us what to do. Have a look at this BRICS people, see who they are. Have a look at them. They've changed it, they've gone Venezuela. Shut off, America, don't want you. They've been sanctioned anyway. Fuck them. Sorry. IBR, morning Franco, listening in while washing my windows with all my neighbours hearing my speakers on full blast. They'll have me locked up. They'll have me locked up. If they all support America, you haven't a clue. Shocking. So yes, America is the biggest terrorist country in the world. Yes, so when they threw Russia out of G8, then it became G7. It was the start of everything. When they had the Maidan 2014 Kiev coup d'etat to overturn or throw out a legitimate government, a democratically elected government, and threw in the puppets then in Kiev. TW, morning Frank, morning T. Hope you're well, T. C-dubs. Greetings from the US. It's because of you I learned the origins of the word Scouser. It was actually a stew that the sailors ate. Thank you. In fact, it was called lobscouse, spelt Lobskause. It was Norwegian. Lobscouse. Then we dropped the lob. Just changed a little bit of lettering of the scouse. We took out the A and put in the O. Took out the K as well, put in the C. I don't think C-dubs go calling America forever. But remember, it's not the ordinary American, it's the deep state. It's the Biden and Obama and Clinton and shocking people. Bushes, the two Bushes. That's why I want Trump to win. He'll stop all this. And the deep state they're doing everything to stop him winning, which is shocking. Do you remember Russiagate? You know, Russiagate, which was a load of nonsense. Russiagate, Clinton, Hillary, warmonger, should be in jail. Blaming Russia for coming in as she was fighting to be president. And it blew up in her face. So she never became president. Trump did. Because of her lies about Russia. See what I mean? How Russia comes into everything. They actually come into films, making everyone out to be bad. All Russians. There's no good Russians in any films. What? No good Chinese. It's nuts. Paul Turner. Morning, Frank. Hope you're okay. Thank you, Paul. I haven't seen you for ages, have I? I haven't seen you for yonks. Could anyone get a better cast than these? Who's that? Who is that? Can anyone tell me? I know who it is. But don't forget, I don't see these things until I put the thing on. The clip. Aren't they fantastic people? Who's your favourite? What's your favourite Carry On? Mine's Carry On Camping. Fantastic. Carry On Camping as well. So what's your favourite? Getting away from all this political stuff. I tell you, he was brilliant. I didn't half like him in it. It was Jim Dale. Because he always played like a, I don't know, the Carry On nurse or Carry On doctor, one of them. I mean, he was a doctor. Funny. Jim Dale. So you know what? Oh yeah. Yeah, not let's get in there. Phil Silvers, bang on. Phil Silvers. I don't know what he's doing there. Like I know that he was Carry On, followed that camel or something. Paul says, I know I haven't been on for a while, Frank. Sorry about that. I wasn't so good. Oh man. Rhinitis, what's that? The condition. Oh, mate, I'm sorry. Hope you're fighting well and you're with us again. That's the main thing, Paul. I have a condition. I suffer every day. Every day. Every day. It's horrible. So get well, Paul, mate. Get well. We all look after each other on this, you know that. Never realised he was in a Carry On. Yeah, Carry On, follow that camel. nor Reds, honestly. Phil Silvers. But Phil Silvers was in one of the greatest of comedies. The greatest. Bilko. Does anybody remember Bilko? No one knew what he's talking about, you know. Hey, up. And his little troop. The Colonel was absolutely brilliant. The Colonel. And his wife. When he walked in, you know, the Colonel wanted to see him. And he walked in the Colonel's house, not in the office, like the Colonel's house. And he walks in like that. And his wife is sitting on the car, you know, on a chair. And Bilko walks in, oh shit. And he looks like that. He goes, oh, I didn't know you had a film star, a Hollywood film star in here, Colonel. I'm sorry, I'll have to go. And he said, Bilko, you know. And the little wife, you know, the Colonel's wife, goes, oh, Sergeant, you know. Brilliant. Fantastic. Great shit. Loved it. Loved Bilko. Just up to everything, wasn't it? Paul Turner. It's a nose infection where your nose just, mate. It's horrible, that. Do you know, as I'm clicking this, the stupid mouse, that's killing me, my arm. And that kills me as well. 2 arms kill me. I've got this pain in my neck. That's why you see me moving like that sometimes. I'm trying to rest, trying to ease the pain. That's why you see me. Can't walk. My daughter Francine's coming to take me shopping now. So she goes and gets the trolley. So when she comes back, I used the trolley as a Zimmer. Thank you, Frank, Paul Turner. Anytime, mate. Don't forget we're all family here. Paul Turner. I liked Carry On Abroad and Carry On Behind. Carry On Behind. Funny. You ever seen that Carry On Behind where Jack Douglas, he's the electrician and he's in the fridge, no one sees it, you know. And they go, I've seen Jack, you know, in the butchers. Windsor Davis owns the butchers, doesn't he, and his wife. And they're just standing there, and he said, "Here, where's Jack?" And he said, "He's in the fridge. He's fixing something in the fridge. Big freezer." And he went, "Oh!" And he opens it. Windsor Davis opens the big fridge freezer. And there's Jack Douglas like that, all frosted. Excuse me. All frosted, you know, his glasses and everything. And his arm is like that. He fixes his arm on it, you know. So he tries to drag him out. And it just goes to the women, you know, standing there. And he pulls, as he goes to pull them out, it goes to the women. And Windsor Davis go, "It fell off." They all went, "Oh." If you know the innuendo, fell off, come off. And it was a sleeve of his shirt. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely. And Windsor Davis and Jack Douglas, and you had these two lovely girls, you know, they go fishing or something. Oh, come on. They're trying to comfort them. Jack Douglas and Winston Davis. Well, on here. Paul Turner. You look after yourself as well, Frank. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate that. Thank you, Paul. The Not Red. Funny enough, I was just too young to get the Carry On innuendo. My old fella loved them. I wonder why. Absolutely, they are shame. Well, the old fella. Oh, what's that? But I like Peter. Yeah, he was good. Peter Butterworth. Peter Butterworth. They were all good. They were all good. But I think Phil Silvers, unfortunately, he was miscasting them. I think they had to do the storyline around him. I think it was like, the Foreign Legion, wasn't it? Carry On, follow that camel. It wasn't good. Look, I'm like, I know Mitch in there, but as you know, I've got this like condition that makes me itchy. Okay. TW, Frank, is JK okay? I haven't heard from him on the pod for a while. Okay, JK, you know that he was with me a long time. I was, brought him in, and he phoned me up one day. Look, we've got great people on here like yourselves, right? And especially on, the football pod. All great people. Just like yous now. And anyway, JK phoned me up. Now, you've got to understand, I don't know his real name. He's never ever told me his real name. I've never ever seen his face. He was always hidden, wasn't he? No one knows who he is. No one knows his real name. I don't know. Now, if that'd be me and someone invited me on his pod for a long time, I'd just say, listen, my name's not JK, it's Frank Carlyle. It's Frank. I'd tell him. Not that, like, I'm going to tell his real name. Do you know what JK's real name is? Not that I would have done that anyway. Never ever told me. Never ever seen it. So anyway, he phoned me up this day. And he said, Frank, I said, you're okay. Do you ever remember when someone said on there, where's JK? Has he gone to Chippy? I said, yeah, he's gone to Chippy. So it became like a little thing, about going to Chippy. So fucking what? So fucking what? Right? And he phoned me. He said, I don't like this Chippy thing, and it's getting at me. I said, what do you mean? He said, well, I don't like, the joke about me going to Chippy. I said, it's humour. I said, that's all it is, JK. It's humour. He said, well, I don't like it. I'm from the old school. I said, okay, fuck off. That's the end of it to that. That's it. He's telling me for you to tell you and myself not to say anything about the Chippy, him going to Chippy, because he was always late, wasn't he? Must be still in the Chippy. What's fucking wrong in that? That annoyed me. So I just said, go on, fuck off. And have you noticed that Fozzie fella and that 12th man, you know, his little mates, they don't bother now coming on and commenting to me. So they can fuck off for me. Fuck them. Interesting. Does that answer your question, T? About JK? Not that. I know it's a weird fact, but for some reason, a large majority of the cast were cremated. There must have been some undertaker landed into the set one day with cheap funeral prep. My daughter said, Jazz, don't be worrying about getting buried. I'm going to have you there stuffed and Santa Claus. Paul Turner. My two least favourite carry-ons were England and Columbus was awful, wasn't it? Jim Dale was Columbus. Not right. To explain the above fact, I have a fascination with graveyards, the history around them, where famous or infamous people are buried. I watch vids on people visiting such graves, so I seen this one on there. Yeah, I don't, you know, it doesn't bother. It doesn't bother me where the famous. It doesn't bother me where famous people are buried, to be honest. Marilyn Monroe, yes. Love Marilyn. She's in like a thing, isn't she? You know, where ashes. Like a little thing, you know, in America. One of those like mausoleum things. I don't know what they're fucking called. IBR. There should be a statue to Frank outside. Oh, I think some people are giving it. Thank you for that. But I think some people should. But thank poor Frank. The statue. Thanks, IBR. Appreciate that. Gary Rigby. Hey, Gary. Well, Frank, I never got a notification for this, and I had to check if you'd posted. Thing is, we're having problems, you know. When I was having the current affairs last night, Reggie, he said, like some message. He said, get Jason, he's the producer, to have a look at this thing. Because I said, I think it was during the week, you have so many views and, you know, lots of views, which is great for me, which is great for the algorithm. You know, we need more subscriptions. We need about 270 to get to 1K, which would be great for me. Great for the pod. Great for you. And the unfortunate thing is, they keep changing it. I was looking at it came up and I went, oh yeah, look at that, this is great. You know, when you put YouTube on, you see all what's going on and whatever it is. And it's on me. I went, oh, the show. He's up. And it's had like 3 views. And I went, that can't be right. I said, there was loads of comments, loads of different people. There was a lad who came on a couple of weeks ago or whatever, and he said, I've looked in at yours. He said, it's great. Forget his name, the lad. He said, I'm getting my people to come over to you. And I'm fucking fuming over this, by the way. Anyway, there was loads coming on. They were all subscribing. I was made up. We've been told to subscribe. And they were saying, give a complimentary comments. Oh, it's great, this. Then all of a sudden, someone had misspelt something. Like predictive text. And SUN came out. SUN. So one of the lads, I know the lad very, very well. Not the lads who put SUN, one of that. And he fucking had to go at him. And I didn't know this. And he crucified him. We don't fucking do this, son. Now he always has a beer of it like this fella. I lost all those through that. Lost all those subscriptions and everything. Because this fella thought that he mentioned it. I said, couldn't you get that? That was just a fucking misprint. A predictive text. I said, he's a foreigner. What's the matter with you? Fucking fuming over that. And the lad doesn't come on anymore. And he had like fucking 1 million people. Honest. He said, you're good. He said, you've got a great put. And he even complimented you on the chat. He said, you're brilliant. Great comments. You read them out. We never get read out or anything. And that happens. He had to be fucking bevied looking in. Oh, fucking hell. Lost them. And there's no way I can get in touch with these people. I was watching Kenneth Williams, says Gary Rigby. Interviews last night. He was more intelligent. Yeah, he was of course he was. He's an intellect. So was Charles Autry. They all were. Did you ever hear Kenneth Williams speak? Oh, yes. They're all posh. Absolutely. You're right, Gary. Paul Turner. I watched the Tomorrow War the other day. I won't watch it. It's American. I won't watch anything now. I've found out too much about the CIA, FBI and all this. I found out too much in the last couple of years about them. And all these crap pinger, an American operative, CIA operative. I was reading, do you know where you just get a small summary of what the film's about? And it said, retired special ops goes back to his estranged daughter who's had problems with. Oh, fuck off. It really makes me swear. Like that Jason Statham, kip of him, taking on armies and winning. I'm sorry, it really pisses me off. So, Paul, no, I won't watch it. I'm sorry. The Tomorrow War. Will FSG sell up? Yeah. They're going to be offered something that they won't refuse. Not can't refuse, won't refuse. And sooner the better for me. Sooner the better. And you know what? Someone said, you've always been FSG out. No, I haven't. I've never once said FSG out. I'd like them to sell up. I'd like them to go. But I've never said FSG. I want them. I just love them to sell up and go. Get out of town, as they say. Get out of my city. North End, well, again, underburied M. Munro is in a wall, yes. But is it really? But it's a casket that's yet buried above it, is apparently buried face down. His wishes to be on top. Hugh Hefner buried beside her. Right. She was murdered. Marilyn. Very intelligent. The most intelligent of all actresses. They say Hollywood, but this lady was Austrian. And she was beautiful. Beautiful. And her name, Hedy Lamarr. Genius. Genius. I'm going to go through these and I've got to finish, boys. Sorry, got my daughter coming down. You should be all glad to know I'm finished. Gary says, save it for football show, please. This is a film and TV. Gary, I've been talking about films and TV series to watch. I'll let you know what to watch when I finish now. Thank you, Gary, anyway. The film was about an alien invasion in the future, Frank. Tomorrow, yeah. Okay. I might have a look, see what it's about. Tomorrow's war, eh? Okay. Richard says, American Hollywood is a family-run business and predictable. Yeah. I was talking about it before, Richard. What it's all about. American corrupt country, you wouldn't cocoa, as they say. She was murdered, no doubt, says the North Red, absolutely. Are you not leaving to see your family? Yeah, I'm being taken shopping by my daughter Francine. Oh, fuck off! I can't be asked. Did you watch Gomorrah? I didn't, you know. I didn't, Edward. It's a war against alien invasion, which is planned 30 years into the future. I think you'd like it, Frank. The Tomorrow War. All right, I'll have a look. Promise you that, Paul. Listen, I'll have to go. Honestly. Thanks for keeping me company. The films I watched the films I watched, I'll give you the two, was Nobody. You must watch Nobody. No one seems to watch anything, I tell them. Anyway, Nobody. Watch that. Cracking film. And the other one was The Remaining, which is a little unusual. The Remaining. The Remaining. I hope you can understand what I said. The Remaining. Hi, Frank. There's a new day. Yeah. Just wondering, did you watch the original? Brilliant it was. Edward Fox was outstanding. And I always forget this French fella. The French fella's name. The detective. Brilliant. And I've seen the same French actor in a few films, and one of them was the Parasitio, which was a cinema, and he was speaking Italian, and he's French. So these are bilingual, like footballers. Footballers are bilingual. Look at Dominic Szoboszlai. He speaks several languages. Several. Io parlo molto lingua italiano molto bene. That's the only language I speak. Different language. See you Monday, Frank, says Edwards. I'm having a pod tomorrow, post-match. If you're not out, that is. You'll never walk alone, y'all, says the North Red. Great. Nice to see you, Frank. You look after yourself and as well, and have a good weekend. Thank you. Be quiet. And Daryl, Francisco Carla. Hello, Daryl. I'm going. I've got to go. She's on her way down. She loved me. So don't forget about that JK I told you about. He can't take humour. So he's old school. Doesn't know what fucking old school is. Anyway, thank you. Love yous. See you tomorrow afternoon, hopefully. I've got a history show on Monday night if you want to pop in to see them. Thank you so much. Up the Reds.